Okay, so in the previous video we looked at factorizing, and maybe there are three terms and there's something common in all three terms. But in this video we're going to look at something different. So this is kind of, I'd say that's just a way to kind of try and catch you out, I guess. But you might get an example like this where there are four terms and they ask you to factorize. And if you look at every term, there's nothing that's common in all four terms. So there's an A here, but there's no A there. But there's a B and a B, which is fine. But then there's no B here. So there's nothing common in all four terms. But what we do with something like this is we look at the first two terms and the second two terms, and we kind of check if there's something common between the first two terms, and we do them separately. So in this case, I see there's a B common in both, so I can write the B. And what's left here is A plus 6. So I factorize those two terms into this one term. And then here I have a choice. I can maybe take out a -4. Let's take that out, -4. And then what I'm left with here is A. And this has to be, obviously, if I have to, I have to get to -24. So what times 24? Oh, 4 times what will give me 24? That's 6. But I have to get to a -24, and this is already a negative. So this will have to be plus, because if I multiply the -4 and the +6, I get to the -24. I said that right? Like -4 times +6 is -24. And this would be that. So I factorized this term and this term separately. And what I see now is I got lucky, because now I have two terms and there are actually whole brackets that are common. And I can just take out the whole bracket. So A plus 6. And what's left here is this this B, and the -4. And now we factorized. We'll quickly do another example. Let's do xy minus 4y plus 2x minus 8. In this case, again, we don't have anything that's common in all four, so we can maybe take a look at the first two. There I can take out a y. What's left is x minus 4. And here I can take out a 2 plus 2, and here I'll have x minus 4, because 2 times -4 will be -8. And I got lucky again with this whole bracket being common, x minus 4, and what's left here is the y, and there the plus 2. Okay, nice and factorized. For the last example, I want you to pause the video and see if you can do it on your own, but it has a bit of a trick. But I did teach you this trick in the previous video, so let's just see if you can get this. So xy minus 5y plus 15 minus 3x. So see if you can do that on your own. I'll start, because I believe you can pause without me having to stop. So again, nothing common in all four, but in the first two I have a y that's common, so I can take that out, and I'm left with x minus 5. And in this one there's a 3, so I can choose what I want to take out. I think I'll take a plus 3 out. And what I'm left here is with, this has to be a 5, and that has to be minus x. So we're kind of, we're on the right track, but we can't take these brackets out because they're not exactly the same yet, right? They look the same. This one is x minus 5 and that one is 5 minus x. But if I was to change maybe this 5 into a -5 and that x into a positive x, then, you know, this can actually work out. So what I can do is the previous little trick I did. The first part I'll leave the same, x minus 5. But the second part, I can change this sign into a -3, and then that will change this. I just have to change all the signs on the inside. So this becomes -5, and that becomes plus x. I'm going to rewrite this just so that it looks nicer, because now it's -5 plus x, but that's the same thing. I'll just switch these two around, x minus 5. And now I actually have common brackets. So I have x minus 5, and what's left is y minus 3.